Clark Lee, quarterback Diego Pavia, as well as CJ Taylor here. Coach, we'll start with an opening statement from you, and then we'll open up to the room for questions.
Well, let me start by just paying respect and so much respect for Brent Key and the Georgia Tech team. It's a tough team, and that was a tough fight. And I knew it wasn't going to be easy. And the weather delay, I think, added a layer that we had to overcome. And obviously, they came out ready, and we probably absorbed a little more yards and points than we would have liked there to the finish. But I have a ton of respect for Brent. I said this all week. I mean, it felt like preparing for this game, it was a mirror image team. You saw a team with a physical run game, a team with a opportunistic defense, a tough team, a team that played hard. And I thought tonight was a great battle. And yeah, I'm really proud of our guys. Obviously, look, for those of you that have been with us and covered us, it's been a long year, and we've come a long way in 12 months. Couldn't have done that without Candace Lee. And I've said it before, I'll say it again, the best boss I could ever ask for, best support, best friend, mentor, and Chancellor Diermeyer as well. And to have him on stage with us to celebrate meant a lot to me. This is my school. It's my home. It's where I played. And I'm proud to have the first winning season since 2013. I'm proud this story wouldn't be the same without the adversity we've faced. I mean, for everything that we want to be judged for in the first 3 years, we wouldn't be here without that. And so I'm proud of the fight that this program's shown, the staff that stayed with us, the people that have stayed and believed in what we're doing. And I think tonight's a first step. And I'm really interested to see where we can take this, but I'm also interested in just taking the time to celebrate this one too. So grateful to be here, grateful for my team, grateful for our staff, grateful for our leadership, and just feel like the luckiest guy in the world. So with that, I'm happy to answer questions.
Thank you, Coach. As we open up to the room for questions, please state your name and outlet.
Scott Griffin, CBS, locally in Birmingham. I was curious, those last three losses to really good teams. You're 6-3 going in, then you end up 6-6, but really good team. So did that help you in your preparation for this? And maybe a question since you lost, but what did you get anything out of that?
I think you get something out of every exposure, and we talk that way. I mean, everything's learning and everything's growth, and sometimes growth is painful. But I also think that's life in the SEC. I mean, we play in the hardest conference in the country, and I think we learned a lot also about where we need to strengthen moving forward so that we can navigate that schedule. I felt like in the Auburn win, we squeezed everything out of the tube, and it wasn't that we didn't fight in the remaining games. It just we didn't have enough to finish. I feel like we stayed the course. We didn't talk about those things in the building. We shifted focus on improving our team before we knew we had an opponent. And once we had an opponent, we focused on getting better and then what we were going to do in terms of our tactics against Georgia Tech. And this team, I think, took advantage of the time away, and the chance to recover. And we were able to put together what was one of our best performances tonight. I felt like just three phases interlocked, the turnovers, opportunistic offense, good counter punching, but look, again, it doesn't happen. The 3 games before, we learn a lot about ourselves. It'll help us moving forward. Again, we play in a really tough conference, and this is a tough team. So I was proud of their resilience and their bounce back.
Robbie Weinstein, 24/7 Sports. So for all 3 of you guys, it's been 11 years since maybe you had a winning season. Clark, you mentioned that. I mean, what does it mean to you to be able to do that for the first time in 11 years?
Yeah, I didn't really know the 11-year mark was a thing. I mean, I knew that it's been a while that since Vanderbilt has, came to a bowl game or had a winning season. But Coach Lee talks about it, about the dream that we had or that he had whenever he took the job at Vanderbilt. And I was a part of the class that came in during the COVID situation. But, I could get emotional talking about like the improvement that we've made from year 1 to year 4. But, Coach Lee's believed in me and he's believed in the team, and, he had a vision for it. And he said it multiple times. Yeah, it may have took more than what he expected. It took 4 years when, everyone hopes to win year 1. But the progress that we made is something that needs to be talked about for the ages. So, I mean, it means a lot to me, and I know it means a lot to everyone that was on the team. But yeah, to be the first team in 11 years is, something that we'll talk about whenever I see Diego again, and, a brotherhood for sure.
Yeah, when I first got here to Vanderbilt, it was in the spring, and I was just kind of like looking around and trying to see where there was something wrong. Um, I realized like nothing's wrong. Like everyone wants to win. It's just like no one knew how to win, and it was like Coach Lee was just getting frustrated, just wanting to win so bad. Um, and when I walked in today, I looked at Coach Lee's kids and I was like, man, 29? Who the hell's 29? And I look on the back, I'm like, it says Lee, and I'm like, oh shoot, no, like that's what I want to play for. You know what I mean? Like he deserves this. But this is just a stepping stone of what we want to do here at Vanderbilt, and we got bigger dreams.
Aria Gerson, the Tennessean. Diego, can you confirm that you do plan to return to Vanderbilt next year? And then assuming that you are, what is it that you hope to accomplish next year?
Yeah, as long as the food chain is how it is, Coach Lee, Coach Kill, and everyone stays, Miss Lee stays, and I'll be here too. But I mean, other than that, I want to win it all. For those who don't know me, I hate losing more than I like winning. I would hate to. I don't want this to sound cocky, but it's just confident. I will never have a losing season, and I told Coach Kill that walking into today, like I'm not losing today, and so whatever I have to do to keep on winning, I'll do it. But the new team coming in on what January 6th or something. We got a week to recover and hang out with our families. Then we're back to business.
Johnny Collin, ABC 34 here in Birmingham. I just want to ask you about Diego's day, 5 touchdowns, and I think challenge coaching isn't the right way to phrase it, but when he's so dynamic, how difficult is it to try to put him in situations that allow him to make plays like he had?
Well, we're fortunate to have him, and I think CJ would support this too, because obviously CJ's been here with me, but I don't know that there was a more perfect person to quarterback this team and to quarterback this program moving forward. We're a chip on the shoulder program. I mean, I feel like I talked to the team today about redemption stories and how the best parts of humanity are the stories where we are knocked down and we get back up and we fight forward. And that's what this team is. And that's what Diego is. I mean, his background, all the things that make him the person, the competitor he is, he's perfect for that position. And he inspired so much in our team and our program. And you hear it here too in his belief. I've said this publicly before, but our first conversation, he at the end of it, he said, I can't wait to come to Vanderbilt and help you win championships. He said that to me. And it was the first time that I was on the phone with someone where I wasn't trying to convince them. I do a lot of convincing in my job. And he saw it too, and he had a belief too. And I think when you cut us open, we bleed out the same, he and I do. And so, look, 5 touchdowns. Again, I think he would also say that those things don't happen without great play in the offensive line, great play in the perimeter, great play call by Tim Beck. What is there left to say about Tim Beck's job this year? I mean, what an incredible – and I thought early on some of his counter punches and calls offensively, the creative design, the touchdown to Cole Spence. I mean – he was masterful, and Diego did a great job, orchestrating it from the quarterback position. And when we needed him to create, he created, and he found ways out of tough situations. So, yes, I'm proud of it all, and certainly glad that Diego's with us, and celebrate the fact that he had such a great game. He deserved that game.
Time for a couple more questions here.
David Hernandez, Vanderbilt Hustler. Diego, you're a very outspoken supporter of Eli Sowers, who had a great game today. Do you want to speak to that connection you have with him, especially with his future between the draft and Vanderbilt kind of hanging in the balance?
He owes me 15% of his signing bonus whenever he goes to the NFL. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, Eli's a great asset to our team. The way we use tight ends. So I'm just super thankful and yeah, I'm just super thankful to have him on this team and you know you guys see him every day. But more important, like he leads the team to Jesus, and so I can't ask for any a better roommate, a better teammate. Like God does stuff for a reason. He brought me to Vanderbilt for a reason. Eli Stowers, I met him at New Mexico State for a reason. Like everything happens for a reason. I'm just super thankful to just be able to express the stage and you know give God the glory because that's what it's all about. It's eternal life.
Final question here. Anybody that hasn't asked one yet?
We like to have Robbie and Ari. I mean, they're part of the team.
Diego, what kind of advertisement is this for transfers who are considered Vanderbilt?
I mean, if you want to win, come to Vandy. This is a new Vanderbilt team. You know, we're hard hat lunch pail, and so you know, just if you want to work, you want to win championships, and you want to go and have a chance at the big dog. You know what I mean? You know, come to Vandy. Let's see what you got.
All right, thanks, Coach. Thanks, guys. Congratulations.
And if I could, I just want to say a thank you to the people that have been with us all season covering us, and obviously everyone else too, and to the Birmingham Bowl, Mark Meadows, just what a first-class operation. I thought a great environment and a really cool college football game. And unfortunately, the weather put a delay in it. But again, what a first-class operation. Thank you for the people that covered the game. Thank you for the people that have covered our season, and looking forward to seeing you guys in the new year.
Oh, I want to say one more thing. I appreciate Mr. Ben and his people for dealing with me and my family. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you, guys.
Thanks.
Congratulations.
That's good.